What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we are jumping into Destiny 2 with the weekly reset for the 19th of May. So we got about a month left of this season, but there are some bits of content that we still need to get finished up. Initially, there is still a problem with the light quest, and so we'll cover what Bungie have said about that and when it's likely to be fixed. But we also have a new hotfix that sorts out a few different things, including various bugs, and it has been a strange and buggy season for content. And so we're going to round up all of the news there, but then we've got the rest of the weekly reset, as Seraph content, activity rewards, vendors, loot tables, and all of that good stuff to summarize for this week. So if you guys enjoy the video and you do want to keep up to date with Destiny 2, then feel free to get subscribed to the channel, but otherwise, let's get into it. So initially, for that update for the light quest, it still is stuck on the final stage, and Bungie have said that they're investigating the issue, but DMG did point out that the update we're getting in the game today was scheduled before the discovery of the bug, and so a fix for the light quest specifically won't be happening just yet, or at least not in today's update. However, Bungie Help did say that they've identified the issue affecting the quest and are working toward a resolution. But DMG said those potential fixes need to be tested and verified, and after we get through those steps, we can move towards certification and release. It takes time, but we need to make sure not to introduce more bugs. And so yeah, I would imagine this is probably going to be at least a couple of days, maybe longer. And once again, it's pretty disappointing at this moment in time. So my only advice really would be to get the rest of the quest done, all those kills and stuff like that. And we're just going to have to wait for Bungie to get that sorted out. So once again, give us any thoughts you have about it down below. But today we do have the release of Hotfix 2.8.1.2. We don't have the actual release patch notes up just yet, but Bungie did give us, essentially, the brief list of changes. So the Season Pass Small Fireteam XP buffs will now work as intended. That'll be useful when you're playing in fire teams, but also the Wormguard Caress Gauntlets will no longer grant infinite 5 times Burning Fist when repeatedly taken on and off. And then as well, removing the Winter's Guile Gauntlets will now properly remove all Warlord Sigil perks. And so it's good at least to have those sorted out for the moment. And if there are any additional changes Bungie mention once the notes are available, then I will link them down below. So firstly, jumping into the game, it doesn't appear that we have anything of significance from Zavala or Anna Bray or anything like that, but of course, we do have the moon bunker right here, or any of the bunkers, projecting Rasputin's warning about the pyramid ships, and once again, we do see a few more emerging right there, so the ongoing threat is totally a thing. And of course, still, apart from the light quest, we are anticipating some kind of conclusion for this season, so obviously that is likely to happen in the next few weeks, and I will keep you posted. Jumping over to the Eververse store real quick, we were apparently going to get an ornament for the Fellwinter's Lie this week in the store, but it would appear that Bungie have changed that schedule, especially since the quest currently isn't complete. But we do have the Arrow of Time, as these are the kind of featured Bright Dust drops right here. We've also got the Dawn Shades emote, as well as the Trials of Osiris projection, and the Golden Age wine shade out on the front page. But then the main Bright Dust page has Master Chef, which is an ornament from this season we can take a bit of a look at right there. You also have the Whirlwind Finisher, as well as the Taunt and Flaunt emote, the Fauntine projection, and then we've got the Violent Exorcism, which is an Arbalest ornament, the Penitent Pass, I believe that's how we say it, for the Last Perdition, and then the Lux Cuffs gauntlets right there, or the Gauntlet ornament, the Warsat Arrival, and the Vibrant Reducer shader, as well as our consumables right here on the Bright Dust page. And then of course you can get other stuff in the silver section. Let's get on to some of our gameplay stuff. Of course, a lot of Pinnacle rewards still coming from the moon, so we have Fear, as well as Rage and Isolation for our Nightmare hunts. Bear in mind, of course, we got the Dungeon for a Pinnacle drop, and the Garden of Salvation, with the bonus challenge this week being the Leftovers challenge. And also don't forget that Bungie added those Pinnacle drops into the various playlists right here. And the Nightfall Ordeal, including the Grandmaster, is going to be Broodhold, so go get that one done if it is something you're chasing completion for at the moment. Of course, we don't have an exclusive drop for the Broodhold Strike specifically. Also, very quick update here, but all of the Grandmaster Nightfalls are actually available in the rotation right now, so Bungie have added them into a playlist, which means essentially you can grind to complete any of those Nightfalls if you are working towards the title, so bear that in mind, one that I just missed and spotted as I was jumping in to edit this video. But the traditional Nightfalls do have exclusive drops which you can get randomly when you take the bosses down in the Nightfall mode, so we have a Garden World, and this drops the Universal Wave Function ship. We also have Pyramidion, where you can get this Silicon Neuroma sniper rifle, it's a pretty cool one. And finally the Corrupted, and this has the Horror's Least Pulse Rifle, which is a pretty good weapon as well. Definitely some drops worth hunting down if you are a newer player and you haven't picked any of them up just yet. But the featured Crucible playlists this week will be Clash and Lockdown, And as always, Trials will return on Friday, and we do have a bit of a mix-up with the map rotations right now in the tail end of the season, so we'll see what we get. and that'll be on the daily reset time on Friday. But now let's move over to some of our legacy content. So we have the Menagerie right here, and the normal mode has Solar Singe, Grounded, and Brawler. But then we've got Heroic with Extinguish, Match Game, Attrition, and Arc Singe. Reckoning modifiers today consist of Void Singe and Brawler, but in terms of loot, we've got the boss this week being Mini Oryx, so Doomsday, Bug Out Bag, Gnawing Hunger, Spare Rations, and the Outlast Pulse Rifle are the kind of feature drops this week. There are plenty of videos and guides about those weapons if you want to look up the details if you haven't played Reckoning just yet. And then jumping back even further to some Year 1 content, we have the Prestige Raid Lairs, and the modifiers this week consist of Arsenal, and we've got Arms Master requiring anything in the kinetic slot, an Energy Fusion Rifle, and a Power Fusion Rifle as well. So have fun if you jump into any of these. A quick mention that I nearly forgot, as well as those Pinnacle drops, Gambit this week does get bonus infamy, so it should be double infamy all week long, and then triple over the weekend, starting on Friday. When it comes to the Escalation protocol this week, Kathok the Roar of Zol is going to be the boss, and so the SMG will be available. And that is a random drop when you take bosses down, but otherwise, in the Dreaming City, finally! The Sumeria Garrison is going to be the Ascendant Challenge, and that one is accessed via Rhea Sylvia. So if you are still completing any of the Forsaken content, there will be gameplay at the end of the video with the location, all of the Corrupted Eggs, collectibles, and that good stuff in this week's challenge. So otherwise, for this week, that is what we have for the reset. I'll keep you posted on what's happening with the quest guys, all the various updates and issues in the game at the moment. But for now, I hope you found the video useful. Once again, give us your thoughts down below. But also a like rating super helps me out, and if you're new around here, feel free to get subscribed so I can keep you up to date with all the stuff you need to know about D2. But otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.